Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic. But now that I got your heart pumping a little bit, I want to talk to you about an absolutely wacky lawsuit that I read about today. Elon Musk is being sued for $258 billion because of Dogecoin. This is the story of how one angry Dogecoin enjoyer named Keith teamed up with Saul Goodman to try and win more money than some country's entire GDP, all from a shitcoin. Now, not much is known about Keith other than he invested in Dogecoin in 2019, thanks almost entirely due to Elon Musk's tweets about it, promoting it. He was under the impression it was a legitimate investment and a good idea. And fast forward to today, where Dogecoin has eaten more ass than pinworms, and he's a little upset. He claims he has been defrauded by Musk and it was actually all part of a pyramid scheme. Keith was feeling awfully gluttonous and is suing for $86 billion in damages as well as triple damages of $172 billion. He's suing Elon Musk, SpaceX, and Tesla. He's aiming to score a hat trick here. He's arguing that Musk and his companies falsely and deceptively claim that Dogecoin is a legitimate investment when it has no value at all. Man, who could have seen that coming? What a surprise. Dogecoin actually doesn't have value? It was started as a joke in 2013. It was a meme coin. And you know what they say? Live by the shit coin, die in shit. This was always going to happen. This was always the predetermined fate for every Dogecoin enthusiast. Unless you were a galaxy brain gigachad like me, who put a little bit of money into Dogecoin right when the hype train really started just because of pure FOMO. I put in it like 20 cents and just turned my brain off and dumped into like a lot of other shit coins as well. But Dogecoin I got in on like 20 cents and then I sold it hours before Elon Musk was going to appear on SNL because I knew nothing good ever comes from SNL. So I sold it at like 66 cents and made out like a goddamn king. I turned like $100 into like 300 or 400 or something because I fucking predicted it. I knew if Elon Musk was going on SNL to mention Dogecoin, it was going to kill it on the spot, and it did. It's never recovered. I fucking calculated it. But for that one good decision, I also made 1,000 bad ones. I put money into like 20,000 other rug pulls as well, but god damn it, this is the one that mattered the most. I will say this though, I do feel bad for people like Keith who had no idea what crypto was and only learned about it from Elon Musk. For some reason, Elon still has like a following that worships him as a god and will take everything he says at face value and just go hog wild with it. Keith was no exception, and he lost a lot of money from it allegedly and is now aiming to try and at least fight for it back. And then some. I don't know if Keith necessarily lost 270 or 58 billion, but god damn it, he's coming for scalps right now, I suppose. It continues saying that Keith wants to represent a class of people who had lost money trading in Dogecoin since April 2019, asking for 86 billion plus the 172, as well as an order blocking Musk and the companies from promoting Dogecoin and declaring that Dogecoin trading constitutes gambling under US and New York law. Well, good news for Keith, Elon Musk and his companies haven't mentioned Dogecoin in like a year. That name has become like Voldemort now. They don't touch it. I can't even remember the last time I saw him say that. So that one's already good without a court order. They've completely stopped because they've had their fun memeing around at the expense of people like Keith who lost a ton of money on it. Any money lost on Dogecoin to Elon Musk is negligible. But to an average octogenarian that only learns about it through Elon convincing them that it's a good idea, the money they lose, that means a lot. That's a huge difference maker in their lives. And I also don't think Elon Musk lost money on Dogecoin either. I wouldn't be surprised if he never put money into it in the first place and was only joking from the get-go, just to fuck with people and just to fuck with the entire market of it. But regardless, a lot of people did legitimately lose tons and tons of money on it, like Keith. And then he wants it to be like constituted as gambling. Which it is. I mean, all crypto is gambling, 100%. I don't care how much copium you're boofing, there is no crypto that isn't just straight gambling. Take, for example, Luna, which was like the fourth most traded crypto for like the last year, and then over the course of a week, it went from $100 per token to less than like 1/1,000,000th of a penny. It died in a week. It just completely spiraled and died. It was a stable coin and died in a week from 100 to 0, well, way below 0. So yeah, I think every sane person would agree with Keith here. If you're putting money into crypto, you're gambling with it. And I pray that Keith never finds games like Diablo Immortal after reading this. I'm no lawyer, and from what I've read, Keith actually does have a legal team behind this, but to me this sounds like an unwinnable case. It feels like something that they're trying to drum up as much headline and hype for as possible to get people to rally behind them like other Dogecoin enthusiasts that lost tons of money on it. I don't call them Dogecoin investors because they've just been deluded into thinking it was an investment. They've been scammed, basically. If you put money into Dogecoin, you fell for the scam. So I don't really call it Dogecoin investors, but hobbyists perhaps. So I think the whole goal here with Keith and his team is to get this lawsuit out there so a lot of media picks it up, which they have. And a lot of people come forward like, yeah, I also got fucked by Elon Musk here promoting it and this and that. And then hopefully the public pressure will mount to a point where the Elon Musk and the companies will settle with Keith outside of court for whatever undisclosed amount. I don't think there's any law firm or any human being on the planet that actually thinks Keith is going to win $258 billion here. And I don't think they're trying to win $258 billion here. They're trying to get some kind of settlement out of court with the pressure that the public can mount. That's my uneducated guess from my little reptile brain. That's what makes sense to me. This is truly a David versus Goliath situation here for $258 billion with just, fucking Keith over here versus the wealthiest man in the world. It seems like it's unwinnable, but if he has a team behind it, then they must have some kind of strategy because there's no self-respecting lawyer or law firm that's going to represent a case like this without some kind of plan. And I don't think there's any way they beat Elon Musk with this $258 billion. But who knows? Again, I'm not a lawyer. I haven't passed the bar. Maybe this somehow makes it all the way to court and Keith shows up with the goddamn Avengers of lawyers and they lay a biblical smackdown on Elon Musk and his team. Just fucking Hulkmania goes wild and Keith somehow wins and becomes instantly overnight the wealthiest person in the world. I don't think we're living in that fantasy, but hey, again, I guess it could be possible. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't think it's possible in any dimension in the multiverse. But I guess I could be wrong. Who knows? Anyway, one other thing I'd like to mention. I've seen this story float around a little bit on Twitter, and people get mad at Keith, just calling him like an idiot. It's your fault. You did this. I can't believe he's even bothering to sue Elon Musk. And to a certain extent, I agree. It is entirely Keith's fault that he put money into this without doing even the bare minimum amount of research on what he was putting money into and just taking shitpost tweets as fact. One of the things I saw pop up in one of the articles talking about this is Keith used a couple of Elon Musk tweets as an example for him deceptively promoting Dogecoin as legitimate. And one of them was, Tesla's going to put SpaceX is literally going to put a literal Dogecoin on the moon. And like, you have to be stupid to read that tweet and be like, oh my god, they're actually going to do that? Quick, sell this, sell my car. I'm putting it into Dogecoin. Honey, what do you mean you're leaving? Like, yes, there's a lot of self-responsibility there. It is, at the end of the day, Keith's fault that he put into it. But I really cannot help but feel bad for people like Keith who trusted someone they looked up to lead them in the right direction to financial security. Yes, it is Keith's fault, but I can't help but feel bad for him and people like him that bought into it. And yes, this lawsuit is comical. Going for $258 billion out of falling for a shitcoin meme, it's a silly lawsuit. But I, again, just can't help but feel sorry for him because I'm assuming he lost a lot of money, like a meaningful amount of money in his life, and is just desperately doing anything he can to try and get some of it back. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit, and that's about it. See ya.